What's up, MP?
Looking good, MP. There he is.
All right, folks, there's game time, then there's game time. And P looks a little more tuned in for this
I'm
one
always
tonight.
tuned in, Zan. I'm always tuned in.
All right, but this tuned in?
This is different. This is the Mecca. Forget the arena, the city. This is where basketball was born.
I thought that was Springfield, Massachusetts.
You're right, that's my bad. But if it wasn't born here, then it definitely grew up here. This is where the game became the game. All the greats were made here, like Russell, Wilt, Pettit, Kareem, Dr. J, Magic, Bird, MJ, Kobe, LeBron, KD, Steph.
All right.
Woo!
And you gonna make your mark tonight?
I'm gonna just take it one step at a time.
And what's the next step?
I'm gonna do a little something special early in the game. Just for them.
You trying to get the fans on your side in New York?
Not these fans. I mean, these are diehards. I want to take them out of the game, bro. First step to winning in this building is making the game 5-on-5, not 5 on 20,000. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
And we talk about experimenting with lineups early on, DB. What are some examples of that?
Well, you can have two extremes, right, in the modern NBA. Most teams need some sort of small ball lineup that they finish with, but we are also increasingly starting to see teams play with multiple bigs on the floor. You have to be able to have multiple tools in your toolbox.
And we all know what it means to MP and this team to play well on the road, to win those close road games. MP's been quite vocal, in fact, about rising up in the face of big obstacles this season.
They've collectively taken MP's words to heart. You can see the purpose they're playing with, and you need that to succeed in a hostile environment. Otherwise, you start to show cracks, and in enemy territory, it's much more easily to exploit.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. MP out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Clark in at center.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. We talked about the game plan he has in place for John Morant. The coach was forthcoming, saying it's no secret you need to turn him into a shooter. If he gets a step at the rim, you already lost that battle. He can drain a few from outside, but we are willing to live with that. Appreciate the honest answer. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. And here is MP. After Mikal Bridges hitting the three, Caldwell Pope for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Anunoby. 12 points his last outing. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veterans Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff run.
Putting them in a good position. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Looking at the Knicks, they took the win in their last game against the Nets. Down low, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by MP. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York, they're in second, looking to take over the first spot.
Well, I think for New York, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Here's Anunoby, and yes, it's good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket tonight.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
New York moving it around. Sinks the triple.
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And boy, from range, look out.
MP against Anunoby. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. A nice shot by MP.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Morant against Brunson. Hart kicks to Towns. Hart outside. Towns sets the pick for Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
MP left side. Three-pointer, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Oklahoma City. Crosses over, here's Hart, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. In at the guard spots, Brunson and Clarkson. Towns is out there with Anunoby, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back over to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
And here's MP for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Here's Jackson. MP looking around. Jackson, a screen on Brunson. MP passes to Jackson. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Here's Brunson. Brandon Clark picking up that last basket. Morant against Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson a screen on Morant. Towns for 3. Here's Anunoby. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's MP making things happen for Memphis. Why even bring it inside when you got him on the perimeter? After that quarter, his three-point total stands at 6. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
Well, who hasn't been impressed with MP? The skill, the work ethic. He's got good instincts, man. I like this kid.
Yeah, there's plenty to dislike if you're playing against him.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Grizzlies.
High fidelity, fast pace, and lots of three-pointers.
When it works, it's hard to argue, but beware. The paint is still a safer bet. Got to keep that balance.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes
How special can OG Anunoby be? Show off and show out.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. MP against Anunoby. On the wing, Jackson. Back to MP. Morant kicks to MP. No good on the triple. Knicks trail by 7. Towns a screen on Clark. The kick out to Anunoby. Sinks the three-pointer. Anunoby's got 5 points in the quarter.
Don't lose track of OG Anunoby. He's put in real time to make that jumper legit.
MP against Anunoby, and it's in there. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Oh, MP with the big response, the tough young competitor that he is.
For the 3, Brunson no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Jackson finds MP. Clark outside. Back to MP. Here's the 3. No good. Now 10 for 13 in the game. Knicks trail by 6. To the inside. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Here's MP. It's rebounded by Towns. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. On the wing, MP. That's tipped. Anunoby with it. Now defended by MP. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Anunoby. 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns. On the wing, MP. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Towns looking around. Brunson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Towns. Takes the three. And again, New York with the triple.
You put a difficult first half behind you, and you get busy in the second half. You love that mental toughness.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, great as a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Pass to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 6th assist on the night. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson setting the pick here for MP. MP finds a gap, and he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Brunson kicks to Anunoby. A floater. Now here's Morant. Scoreless thus far. MP against Anunoby. A three from MP. Bridges with the board. On the wing, Anunoby. Off target from three-point range. And so it's MP making things happen for the Grizzlies. He's cashed in 9 times from beyond the arc this game. Who knows how many threes he'll wind up with. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Text quarters behind it. Hard, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. MP comes in for Jalen Well. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for John Concho. And it's Morant in for Ty Jerome. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Towns, and it's Hart in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 for New York. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. The 3 goes down.
Boy, you like to see that kind of competitiveness from Karl Anthony Towns. You know this guy is going to settle the score with a 3 of his own.
Now MP jacks up a 3. Good, another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And we know how fans love the long ball, right? Especially his fans, because he can hit it from anywhere and go on unbelievable streaks like tonight. I mean, who does it better from distance?
Here's MP. He drills the 3.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Now Anunoby puts up the 3. Can't get it to go.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Knocks down the 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Brunson for 3. Likes the look and drains it.
It's gotten to the point where you have to chase Jalen Brunson off the perimeter. This guy will really hurt you.
And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here.
Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Good, another from three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
15 threes for MP, passing that record from Klay Thompson back in 2018, an all-time performance. Boy, how lucky are we, making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Towns outside.
Wrigley's lead, 101.
MP fires. It's good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
MP, you're a student of the game, and you know the history of the franchise you just beat. This isn't just another win, is it?
No, it's never just another win here. You play this team in their house, you're going up against them, their fans, the ghost in the building itself, the city itself. We just beat a global icon.
That you did, MP. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Kevin, over to you.
All right, Dominic, thanks a lot. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So long and good night, everyone.
MP,
right here. Ms. Harkin.
Thank you. Congratulations on this incredible record, MP. The most three-pointers ever made in a single game. When you made the shot to set the record, what went through your head?
I was thinking if I don't get back on defense, coach is going to sub me out. That's a joke. I don't know. I try not to think much when I'm shooting. Once the game is over, then it's easier to reflect on everyone who played a part in putting me in this position. Coaches, teammates, opponents.
Opponents?
Yeah, opponents for sure. Every player has nights coming up when they lose and they just, they can't sleep. So you find a 24-hour gym and you get to work, promising yourself you'll do better. All that adds up to the kind of night you saw tonight.
Thank you, MP.
Yeah.
Right here, MP.
my guy MP out here breaking the game, man. Look at all those threes you shot tonight. Hey, you know I'm gonna have to beat that record now. Man, congrats though, man. Enjoy this moment.